Welcome back to my studio. Today I want to share something with you, and I'm gonna put the information for this crafter in the description for the video. It is called, that's the name, and she is in, I believe she's in UK, but she makes the most beautiful bottle toppers that you can imagine, and you can select the theme and you can select the color of the beads. And the other thing is that if you don't want it to be a bottle topper, you can change it into a claw clasp so that you can use it as for journal dangles. This one is the theme was art and sewing. See, it has some charms, art charms, and it has some sewing charms, and they are so super beautiful. And several themes. This one is like birds, and it has, this one unfortunately came with something that fell, but I will put it somewhere. And this one is owls. So you can select the theme. This is cats, because I'm doing a cat journal. And I didn't want to tell you, but this is cats. Look how cute. You have Hello Kitty. So I wanted to show you that, but I have another show and tell. So this is what we're gonna be using today. Today we're gonna do a one-page wonder, and it's for you to use those papers that are only one-sided. And I will show you these beautiful papers from Amazon. I already showed you this one in a previous video. When you are looking for it in Amazon, I'm gonna put the link to it on the description for the video, but if you're looking for them, the brand is Eno Greeting. And this is the one that we used already in one of the videos that I have, but I want to show you two more because they're different types. Look at this one. This is so pretty too, and I will show you. These are one side, and they are not super hard, so they're perfect for what we are going to be doing today. But they are beautiful paper. The first page is always die cuts, and then I will show you the pages in case you want to get it. Two of the same. This is a lace. Look at this one. I think we're going to be using this one today. And I'm going to do a flip through of what I have so far in my roses journal, but I only have the signatures completed, but I'm still gonna put folding things and decorate it with ephemera and a lot of stuff. But somebody asked me if I could do a flip through of what I have, and I will do it. Look how pretty is this paper. Look at that, it's wood, but it has some writing. So pretty. I love it because they are papers that you can use as background, and they are perfect for what we are doing today. Let me show you the third one. This is the third one. Look at the cutout of this one. I don't think if I show you the cutout on this one. This is the cutout on the other one. Look how pretty. So beautiful. Look. That is so cute. Maybe we may use that. We're doing something different today, and it's going to be a one-page wonder, as I told you, using these pages. The decoration is going to be also unique. So these are the papers for this one, two of each. Again, they are perfect for the type of things that we're going to do today. This one is a tiny bit bended. Look how pretty that one is. How pretty. Writing. It has birds and horses and roses. How cute is that? This one is very pretty too. I don't know if we should be using this one or the pink one. We might use this one. Oh, this one is defective. This one is defective. So this is it. So I decided to use the pink one. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna put it in here. And you're gonna fold it at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Make sure it is completely. Where did I put my? And then the other part, you're gonna put it together in there. This is gonna go in your page. And now we are going to decorate this, and we're gonna put it in the page, and it ended being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're gonna have writing space, but we are gonna decorate this super fun. Because we are gonna put an extra pocket in here, because we are gonna put something real fun. So I have this other one. It's super pretty too. And I'm gonna use the cover because it's harder. And I'm gonna put this in here because this is for my roses journal. And so I'm gonna put it in here. And I'm gonna cut it to this size. And I will show you that another day. Okay, I could hear you saying, show me the papers. I have to show things interesting in this. So this is the first one. Then there's a pink one. Another one with flowers. It's super pretty. Another one, pink one. Flowers. And I will try to find them if I purchase it on Amazon, and put the link on the description for the video. Look at that one. Super pretty. They're not that, they're a tiny bit flimsy, but it's not bad. You can always, since they're one-sided, you can always back them with something harder if you need it for like a pocket. But they are super cute, and they are 6 by 6. And look, the section that I cut is super pretty too. So we are gonna glue this in here, but we are gonna put a thumb hole punch in here. I always put it upside down so that I can see what I am cutting. And I don't want to make it too big because I don't want to cut my roses. And then I'm going to use the pink color that we've been using with this. Let me find it. Tater Rose is what I'm going to use. Where did I put it? Here. Lightly in there. Anyway, the paper that is in the background is different, so you're gonna see it anyway, a difference. So this is gonna be glued in here. It's gonna be a pocket, so I'm only doing the bottom and the 2 sides So this pocket is 4 inches wide. So I have to make a tag. Whoa. That was bad. Let's put this in here and I will tell you exactly. Wow, it moved. Do not move. Position it where you want it to be and then burnish it. Move it, still moved a tiny bit. Wow. So we're gonna make a tag that will go in here. Depending on what you're doing is the stencil, if you're gonna put a stencil or a stamp inside. I'm gonna use a rose stencil because I'm doing, this is for the roses journal. If I have time, I will do a different one or I will show it to you. But this one, I'm just gonna put some roses in here. I'm probably gonna use 2 colors because I'm gonna put the roses in one color and the leaves on another one. So I'm gonna put the roses with the Victorian Velvet, but before I use it, I wanna try it in a different place. Let's use this one. Okay, so it's clean and I'm gonna try it, and it's similar to that, but it's a strong color, so we have to be very careful. So I'm gonna take a tiny bit in here and then I'm gonna put it in here. Only the rose. That's for the rose. And then we're gonna do another color for the leaves. Trying to find a cool green color because this is a cool green color, even though this is not the color in here. But anyway, this is Rustic Wilderness. It may be too dark, so what I'm doing is, it's a perfect color, but what I'm doing is I'm putting a tiny bit in here so that I remove some of it, and now I have to match this in here. That is what it was. So let's put this on the leaves. Okay, so that's what I have. I'm gonna leave it like that. And I need to leave space for writing, but I still want to put something about sewing. Let me think about it, because I wanted to use a sewing stamp, but to tell you the truth, I don't know where I put them. But, and this, I don't like it too much in there. That is from the same pads. So let me find them, because what we're gonna do today, we're gonna take buttons and we are gonna use this product that I'm gonna show you. And I saw this from the Journal Cottage. She is such a nice person, and she did this over some buttons that she made, and I have some buttons that I wanted to use that I show you in one of the videos. So I'm gonna make a journaling card with the buttons and put it in here, and this is gonna be very close to something that we did with buttons. Okay, so this video is probably gonna be too long, but anyway, this is my rose journal signatures, and they're not completed, but this is what I have, and this is gonna be the cover, but I still have to make the cover. I'm gonna put a fabric, and then I'm gonna glue this on top of the cover, and look how beautiful is that. And then these are the signatures. And I'm not going to show them to you today. I'm just going to find the one where this is going to go. But let me see if I can find it fast. Not, still have to put a lot of things in here. Let's see if I can find where it goes. Look how pretty that is. It's not in this one. Gonna go it fast. Look at what I did in here. How pretty is that? Let me put it on stop and find the place. Okay, so this is gonna be the place because this is a dress in there, so I think that is gonna be the perfect place for the buttons. And it matches real good with the color that I put in there. And yeah. Okay, so we need to find some buttons and I will be right back. These are the buttons. They're 1 inch size because I want to put at least 4 or 6 on the tag that I'm going to put in here. And you have to select which one you want to put. But I was going to tell you that you have to go back to other videos because I show you the pages that I'm using and where I get the buttons and all that. But I'm going to try to find information because it doesn't say here, it just says print and cut. This person have them in several sizes, but this is the one that I selected. To make it easier for you, you can just cut in here the tag the way you want it and just put it like that. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut these buttons with a 1 inch puncher, and I'm gonna one by one put them some of the glossy accent, and then I'm gonna glue them on top of a tag. Okay, so I have to select 4 or 6. Let me find the tag. I have these small tags. They're called Carnota Crafting Essentials. You can make your own tag, but maybe I'm gonna use this because it makes. And the thing is, when you put this in here, it will also help you closing that top section. So it will keep that top section folding. But I don't like that thing in the top. So what I was thinking of doing is putting like a pretty paper in here and then putting an eyelet. So let's do that. So I'm gonna select the buttons that I'm gonna put in here, and I think I can fit at least, I think I can fit 8 or maybe just 6. I'm just gonna cut the buttons and I will be right back. I've been cutting them with different punchers because it depends on how the printer does it for you, but sometimes they are smaller. And I have a 1 inch puncher, and I have one that is supposed to be 1 inch, but it costs 1 1/8, and I've been using those. So I was gonna tell you, I think you should do some type of, let me clean this area. I think you should be doing some type of shading so they look more like buttons. So I have here walnut stain, but I think it's too strong. See, that's walnut stain, so I'm gonna find another one. I took my color pencils and I line a tiny bit with the color pencil in there. Stains, but I am able to do a tiny line with the color pencils, which I cannot do with the stains. Okay, so after you have done the line on one side, you're gonna put the walnut stain on one side and leave the light area on the other. And I'm gonna do that on all 8 and come back. So these are the ones I decided on, and what I did was I tinted a tiny bit with my color pencils, and I will show you a tiny bit so you can see. You can do it. For example, this is a burnt ochre color, and I put this burnt ochre color around in the bottom section in one of the areas. you know, don't put it everywhere. And if you're gonna do the top, only put like a line on the top, very, very, very skinny line. And that's what I did on that one. And then this one, I painted with the blue because I wanted to add blue someplace else. And since this was yellow, I wanted to add some yellow someplace else. So I took the yellow ochre that I have in there and I put it in here. And you know, if you want, you can put yellow ochre in another one. It's because I want to have, you know, like continuation of colors. I think this one needs a tiny bit darker, so I'm gonna go with a darker color in the bottom and put even darker than what it has right now. And this color is black grape. If you like what I do, that I mix color pencils and other medias, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see, because I want to know, I want to do what you want. So I'm going a tiny bit inside with this. So any image that you have, you can use for buttons, as long as it can go inside the circle. And well, the buttons doesn't have to be circular, they can be any other shape. But yeah, that's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna also I put also blue in here, and I took a darker blue and I put it someplace else because I don't want to stain my. So I took a darker blue also, and I make it darker in the bottom like that. The same I did with this one. Instead of blue, I used then like Tuscan red color in there. So any color that is, you know, around the colors that you have. So now we're gonna go to the next step, and now we're gonna add some glossy accents to these in the next step. And then we're gonna wait until they dry and glue them in here. So let's put the glossy accent. It's not opening. Maybe it need to be opened. So I'm just gonna let it flow. Let's hold it with this. This is the first time that I do this, so I hope it turned out okay. Well, okay, so let's do this one on camera. Well, I hope I'm doing a good, but I see a lot of bubbles, so I'm gonna try to pop those bubbles just by touching them. So that's what I'm gonna do on all of them, and we'll let it dry and we'll be right back. So I have this set of die cuts that are from my set of Atelier d'Arts, but I see those buttons and I want to use those buttons in here. So I wrote buttons in there not too well, but whatever. And I am gonna glue these buttons in here to that section. Let's see. And maybe I should try to cover the borders. Put the scissors. Trying to cover that border. You can also type it. You don't have to do it manually. You can type it and it's gonna look prettier than what I have in here. And I just got this section in there. We want a straight cut, so I'm gonna do it in here. Even that section I'm gonna save. This was a piece that I have left from someplace else. So let's round it with the large one again. And then we're gonna put that in here, like that. Let's put that in there. Let's see, where is my... And you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm going to take the brown color like that. Let's take the darker color. Let's take dark brown. Okay. I wanted to round that, but if I round these, then you're gonna see the lower section, so you cannot do it. But I'm just going to take the walnut stain, or maybe the Tartar rose, and put a tiny bit of this stain. Maybe we can go all the way. Mine is being it's not grungy, but if you're doing a grungy one, then you wanna do like the walnut stain or gathered twigs or what is the name of this other one? Vintage photo. I'm going and tinting with the color pencil also the black, and putting tiny bit of shadow also underneath that. Like that. And let's put more in here. Maybe let's put a tiny bit of this color also in there. Okay, the only thing that we waiting for that, we have to put something in here, and then we're gonna put those in here. And I just want to let you know that when you glue this to the page, you can glue it as a pocket too, and have if you glue it as a pocket, you're gonna have in here, and if you glue it as a belly band, you can have one in here. So you have one inside of these. You can put something inside of there. And if you glue it as a pocket, you can put it in here and on the side and in here, because this is inside of the here. You can put something, and you can put something, and a pocket is there. I'm gonna round the corners. I'm gonna do a medium. And I am going to tint it with the walnut stain. I have to put back all the color pencils because they take space on my... And I'm just going to remove a tiny bit in here and see if it's not too... That's good. Because this is an antique bottom holder. This is gonna be covering there. That's okay. So I have another show and tell because this arrived in the mail today and is so beautiful. It is a gift I won from Cheryl Talafus from the Journal Cottage, and this is what I won. But this is what she said. She said lots of stuff. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cheryl. So she made all this in a video, and she cuts the flowers and she glued everything on top, and it is super, super, super beautiful. And this is where I saw her using the glossy accents. She added glossy accents in here. I'm not sure how to use it, and I hope I did a good job, but you'll see when it's dry. But this is what she did on her video, and it was a giveaway on the next video, and I won. And let me show you. This is her card, so I'm not gonna read that, but she also put this in there, and she covered the journal in this with some buttons. We're using buttons today, isn't that funny? Okay, so, and she put this journal, which I have not opened. I wanted to open it in front of you. And wow, it is about clothing, and we were doing, oh my goodness, it is about clothing. How funny is that this arrived today? Look, how pretty. Oh my goodness. It's all about clothing. Wow. I'm not gonna put it. I'm just gonna continue to show you. Look, a corset. Wow, so funny that it happens the same day that we're doing something about sewing. Look how pretty. Another dress. And roses. Oops, sorry. A dress and roses. I should leave it in here. How pretty. Isn't that funny? Look how pretty that is. Love roses. And a bottom. Wow. Well, I'm gonna put the link to her channel. Although she has more subscribers than me, maybe some of you are not subscribed to her and can give her some support. And this opens like this. It's an envelope and it has more stuff in there. Very pretty. Look at what she did. She made that dress and put it in there. And it's covered with Angela's pack. And an envelope with music notes and more things in there. More dresses. Wow. It goes with the theme of this one, huh? A petal. A rose petal. Another dress. A lot of pages for journaling. Wow. So let's finish with what we're doing. I was checking my scraps and I found these 2 pieces of scrap. So I'm trying to decide which one to use. I think both of them will match real good. This one has leaves, but this one has leaves and it also has some tiny flowers. I want it to show that the pink stuff, so I'm gonna put it in the bottom so that it shows. And let's see. I don't want to cut my rose, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna cut in there because that piece of rose I can use for something. You know, you have to save everything. You never know when you're gonna need it. Side or that side. Of course, it will be whatever scrap you have. And then this is gonna go in here like this or like this. They both look pretty. I want to dress this a tiny bit, and I pulled out lace that I have from Angela Kerr's. And I want to put lace in here, but this is too wide. This is too pink. This is too pink. Think I'm gonna put the cream. Gonna dress this up with this lace. I can put something in here too. And the ones that are in there are more pinky, so maybe I can use the pink one in here. That's what I'm gonna do. Press it up. I put a pink eyelet and a ribbon, and it is ready for the buttons when the buttons dry. I previously showed these recollection stamps, and I decided that it needs a small butterfly in there. And remember, these are very sticky. Once you put them, they are going to stay there. So make sure you position it before you drop it. And I think I'm gonna position it in there. Like that. I think that is pretty. Yeah. Once it's in there, you can do anything about it. I did not have to wait until the next day for them to dry. They're super pretty. The only thing is that some of them have bubble, even though I tried to eliminate the bubbles. But that's okay, you know, nothing is perfect. Never, never ever, nothing is perfect. So I'm gonna try to remember where I was gonna put them. So I was gonna put one in here. And then I have extra in here because I cut extra. So I think the yellow was gonna be in here like this. And then the bird was underneath. Let's put the rose. Now, this is the rose that I normally was gonna put, but I think I'm gonna put the one with the darker background. What do you think? Yeah. Probably the one with the darker background because it's darker. And then this is the one that I was gonna use. This is the one I cut first. Let's use that one. And the leaf. So I'm just gonna glue these things in here. Let's glue them. Remember that the darker part is going to be, and they are a tiny bit bended. I noticed that. So the darkest part is going to be on the bottom. Do one at a time. Something that I was going to do is I'm gonna take, let's see, probably dark chocolate. Let me find dark chocolate. Let's see if this is not it. So I'm gonna start with this burnt ochre. And I'm gonna do a shade underneath. That will give it a tiny bit more dimension. See? Then you can go darker with the dark brown. This is a cast shadow. It's called a cast shadow. It's the shadow that this so I was telling the cast shadow is the shadow that the bottom is casting over the paper. Make sure they are. Then you don't have to do this cast shadow thingy. I probably went overboard with this. With that one. I think I put too much. But I'm very excited with this. So this, I'm going to put the cast shadow a tiny amount. And then I'm gonna go with the darkest brown. Again, a tiny amount. I'm able to paint also on top of these. I'm able to paint also on top of the bottom if I want to give it more dimension. I'm able to do that too. Wow. This is so beautiful. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the shadow, one by one, with the cast shadow, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're done. This is the final results, and we remember this goes like this one on top, and then you put this in here, and you have to put it like this, and this will go into the page. However, I will show you again this. That design, I ordered a stamp that is exactly that design that I'm gonna put in the page behind this. So we cannot put in the page yet, but I will show you after I do it. But this is the final result. I hope you like what we did, and please come back for the videos. I'm gonna leave it like this to finish drying and the glue and everything that I put in there. So thank you for joining me. Please come back for other videos, and please subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.